Okay, so now you have built your business. You have gone creative in your programs. You have been fabulous at how you want to design that particular personal brand presence and how you want people to see you. But how do you stand out in your industry? Hi, I'm Dia Asrani, and in this video, I will be sharing 5 points to help you stand out in your industry and as a trusted expert and a confident business creator who is really looking to make a difference by helping people master the art of what you're good at. They say, right, that your reputation is what people notice the most. And if your reputation is really down the drain, how are people going to really relate to you? And why should you compromise on your reputation when you have something so powerful? You have a passion, you have a skill that you can help people with and you can help people master just by being who you are. The very first one is be consistent. Okay, now what I mean by be consistent is with everything with regards to building a personal brand in your business. So whether it is marketing, or if it's building an operations, like a whole operation system, or if it's something to do with elevating your content creation. It could be any aspect of your business or your personal brand, but you've got to be consistent. If you're not consistent in doing what you're doing, people are not really going to trust the fact that you'll be consistent in helping them achieve results. Okay, so they say, right, that when they see something, seeing is believing. So when they see you doing something in a certain way, they expect you to be like that when you're with them. So that's why people find it really difficult to connect sometimes, because they feel that, okay, maybe I'm not really sure, right? I'm not really sure if I can connect with this person. So be consistent, which means either in content or marketing or any aspect, leave the barriers aside. Okay, I know it's difficult sometimes, especially during crisis. Now we're going through the whole coronavirus phase of where the world is really going through a lot of changes. But my point to you is that you cannot let that stop you from being consistent. If you're stopping a business, stopping something old which you feel is not working out, start something new. Be consistent. Tell people, yes, I'm still there. I've not given up, right? That is being consistent. That's the first thing if you want to stand out in your industry. Okay. Now your second one is don't fall for get rich fast schemes. Okay. Now what I mean by this is, now you're going to find a lot of people, or rather on the internet or anywhere you go, you'll see that get success in 10 days or build a personal brand in 5 days. I don't know if that even happens, right? Or build something in X amount of days, when it's not realistic. So why am I saying this as a point for you to avoid, alright, when you are standing out in your business, is because if you actually take that up, people who follow you will believe that you are also going to give them the same thing. Okay? It reflects on your character, your personality, and they also see, okay, if your choices are like this is exactly how your program or your course or whatever you do in your business is going to be. Okay, because you really believe in the fact of fast results, and there is no such thing as fast results. If somebody tells you that I made 1 lakh in 2 weeks, yes, they might have put in a lot of effort. They might have built a brand. They might have done a lot of business. That must be a one-time success, right? But it is not a consistent thing that you can believe. Okay, please understand that the realistic aspect of building a personal brand and a business is going the long route. Okay, taking the route less traveled. Okay, that's your second point. Your third point is step up your game. Okay, now what I mean by step up your game in your industry is read, work with online courses, collaborate with people, talk to people, research, do interviews with people. I feel that once you start communicating and seeing how others' perspectives and opinions are, you will be able to open your mind and actually build new things around your business and your brand. Okay? That also helps you stand up in the industry, because a lot of people will trust you for the knowledge that you have. So even if it means that you have read a book and you really want to share it with your audience, you can do it. You can give credit to the book and you can say, okay, this is what I was reading the other day, and these are my takeaways. This is what I have learned. So what is happening? You are also sharing knowledge in your unique way, and you're also updating yourself. Let me tell you one very honest fact. You think experts, the big names, you think of, say, Tony Robbins, or you think of anyone who's a coach or a trainer or a speaker, Gary Vee or Marie Forleo, or anyone. Like, I keep taking these names in my videos, but because they're really an inspiration for me. But when you look at them, if you actually get to know them, they are learning every single day. They are stepping up their game every single day. That's why they are so different, and that's why they stand out in the industry. So I want you to do that. Would you? You should. Okay? Then my fourth point to you is think like a leader. Okay, now what I mean by think like a leader is I feel that you really need to think that you have already owned it before you even knew about it. Now let me explain that to you. When you get into an industry, or when you start building something, or you decide that, okay, I'm going to make a difference, I'm going to help people, you really need to think that you can do it. Okay? Now, being a leader doesn't mean that, you say, hey, I'm up there and you're here. No, it's not about that. It is about you understanding the fact that you are giving yourself that credit, that you have put in the effort, and you can make a difference, and you can genuinely share value with people around you. Now, a leader doesn't mean that, okay, I should have a team of people who follow me and listen to me. Yes, that's another perspective altogether. But a leader is also somebody like a solopreneur who can actually help people who follow them. There's a reason why Tony Robbins and the likes have actually people following them. So you have to understand that it's not about building teams. Yes, a big business, when you have a business, you need to build teams. It's very important. You will become a leader of a team. You will lead a team, right, in your business as well. But you also have to understand that you have to be a leader even when you do not have a team. Okay? You have to be a leader for the people who are following you, who really believe in your content, who really believe in how you think. Okay? Fourth point to stand out. My fifth point to stand out is do not fake it. Okay? They say, right, that let's not follow people who just say that they will do it and then they don't do anything about it. When you say that, okay, I will help you with this, XYZ, what you're trying to tell them is that you're saying that, okay, I promise that I am going to be giving you all these things. But in the end, you don't give it because you don't know how to do it. Or rather, you don't have the ways and means to do it. Okay? Or you're not qualified to do it. Let me tell you one thing, that if you fake it, people are not going to really trust you in future. Because again, it's a ripple effect. So if someone goes through your service or listens to you and they feel that you have really tried too hard, okay, trying to be too perfect, or portraying a different kind of an image when you're not that, you're not exactly like that, and they go and tell other people. So even if they tell, like, just say 5 people, just imagine how your reputation will come down because of being fake. Now, the minute you start telling your story, you start telling them that, look, this is really something that happened to me. I'm just like you. I have learned from people just like you are learning from me. So whatever I've learned, I can teach you. And if you really believe in the way I teach and train and coach, or the way I, put my point across, or the way I share value, I'm sure you will be able to go ahead in life. Doesn't that sound much more promising? Of course. So do not fake it. A lot of gurus, the so-called gurus, they end up faking it and they end up saying that, I will help you with so and so things, but they only give 1% of what they were saying. I believe, okay, this is me as a personal brand, I believe that if you're saying something, put it into 10, okay? If you can, put it into 100. That's how I believe, okay? So if I'm saying that, okay, I'm going to help you build your brand, I believe that build your brand into 10. Okay? That's what I want you to do if you want to stand out in your industry. This is also something that I have taken from my own mentors and coaches. So this is not something that I'm just making up. People are looking at what quality in terms of value can you serve, whether it's a product or a service or a system. Okay? There's a reason why Tony Robbins has so many followers. There's a reason why Marie Forleo has so many women following her. There's a reason why Oprah Winfrey is where she is today. It's not because of overnight success. It's not because of having pots of dough. No, it's not about that. People started from scratch where they had barely, I wouldn't want to give you the number. Okay, they had like, what, $1 in their pockets, $2 in their pockets to start something. Yes, that's true. Maybe not typical of Oprah Winfrey and Tony Robbins, but definitely they started from scratch. Okay, it was not given on a platter. So, my point to you is that do not let your fears take over you. Okay? When you're standing out in the industry, you have to break barriers. You have to be out of your comfort zone. You have to break your fears. You have to do things that you never thought you could do. Okay? You have to do so many things. And I'm not scaring you. I'm trying to tell you that you need to be different. You need to stand out and you need to really become this powerful figure, okay, in your industry where people will actually say, okay, I can really trust this person. I can follow this person and I can do a good job of it. And I'm sure she can do a good job or he can do a good job of it. Right? Sounds good? Great. So with that, I wrap up with my video and I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope you got some real facts from my video. And I would really love it for you to comment, subscribe and like my video and also share it with your network, because this is something that is really valuable and this is for anybody who's really looking to build their reputation and stand out in their industry. Watch out for more of my videos. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.